let me ask you a very serious question, and let me just tell you, you can tell a lot about a person by how they answer it. Were you Team Tori Vega or Team Cat Valentine?
Ow! Cat!
I'm gonna be honest, there's only one real answer, and it ain't Tori Vega. From the very beginning, it was always clear that Ariana Grande had acting chops. In Victorious, she was always the person on screen who made you double take, who made you laugh even when she wasn't the focal point. The star power was clear, albeit in a supporting role in a Nickelodeon show. But the acting that she has done in recent years, especially in the role of Glinda in Wicked, has completely changed my perception of her. Let's indulge. Whenever a pop star kind of enters the acting sphere, people are, quick to judge. They're skeptical, hesitant. There's the quiet little cocky, yeah, we'll see. Here's the thing with Ariana Grande. They genuinely forget that Ariana didn't enter Hollywood as a singer. Before Ariana became a pop goddess, she was a theater kid. In the late 2000s, before ever gracing the Nickelodeon screens, she was on Broadway. This is where the acting foundation got laid, which all led to Cat Valentine. Because if you grew up on Victorious or Sam and Cat, you already know that this character was a treasure trove of comedy.
Maybe you should talk less. That's what my dad always says.
But there was inherent risk involved in playing this character. Cat is kinda dangerous territory. One wrong choice and she becomes annoying, distracting, a TikTok sound before TikTok even existed. Speaking to all the old heads out there, we would remember that the TikTok before TikTok existed was an app called Vine.
And they were roommates.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
But Ariana played her with such bizarre confidence that it worked. This wasn't being silly, this was actually comedic. The musicality in her voice wasn't just a gimmick, it was a tool that she used to her advantage. A controlled, malleable character choice. Even at 16, she had something most actors don't find until much later. A total lack of self-consciousness. She committed fully, and commitment is the highest currency in acting. But then, she became a pop star, and the world kind of forgot that this all started on the screen. There's a moment in every young performer's life where the public kind of has to choose which box you are going to fit in. For Ariana, she was placed in the pop star box. Suddenly, she wasn't that girl from Victorious. She was the moment. High-profile relationships, drama, scandal. The treatment wasn't entirely fair, but such is life when you're being documented at every turn, especially in your younger years. But even during this era, even when the ponytail reached its final evolution, the acting was still there. Her music videos were always cinematic and iconic, her personality bled through the screen, and every once in a while, she'd have these stints that allowed her to show that the chops were still there. Every single time that she has hosted or been on SNL, she has stolen the show. And it's not an easy thing to do. Hosting SNL is inherently a very terrifying and nerve-wracking thing. And for a lot of hosts, you can tell that the nerves are there, especially the ones that aren't seasoned with hosting before. With her, it's always been a completely different story. Some people got it, some people don't. The ones who got it usually don't give a damn what others think of them. A complete lack of self-consciousness. And that was always Ariana Grande. Her SNL performances consistently shined. The performance of an actress who was in complete and total control of herself when on stage, whether that be in front of 80,000 rowdy fans or a small studio audience. If the nerves have ever been there, they are impossible to spot, because skit after skit, she commands the attention of the viewer. She knows her lines, fully prepared, fully confident. And it was the same in smaller roles, like in Don't Look Up. And then there's a role like Hairspray Live, which isn't even very notable. It was a television film. but still she found a way to steal every scene, always in full control. And eventually, this all led to her true breakout role as an actress. The role of Glinda in Wicked. The role that completely regained her the respect of moviegoers. And Glinda, it's not an easy role. Wicked is one of those movies where everyone already goes in with expectations, whether it be from The Wizard of Oz or whether it be from the iconic stage play. And Glinda kind of has a laundry list of things that she has to be. She has to be funny, effervescent, ridiculous, but also vulnerable and precise and emotionally grounded. It's a deceptively complex character. In the first iteration of Wicked last year, Ariana Grande was all of those things. Everything that made Cat Valentine great was still there. Ariana had not lost a step. And then, Wicked for Good happened. And I don't really want to spoil anything. This video isn't particularly a review of that movie, but I will say this. Ariana understood the assignment and then submitted the extra credit. She will be nominated for more awards. She will quite possibly win those awards. She is that good in Wicked for Good. Not that I'm some Wicked super fan, so what do I know, but she has been downright hysterical across both of these films. The line deliveries, the facial expressions, the depth, it's so impressive because there are really so few actresses like it in Hollywood. The actresses that bring the theatrics in such a grounded way. She's laugh out loud funny. You can feel the Broadway kid resurfacing, the Nickelodeon chaotic comedic timing returning. It's all there. It's a full circle moment. The performer she was before fame colliding with the performer she became. This isn't a pop star trying to act. This is an actor who took a decade-long detour through global superstardom and walked right back into her original craft like she never left. Wicked isn't the moment she learns how to act. It's the moment everyone else finally remembers that she can. Ariana Grande has always been a great actress. Now the people are finally just realizing that again. An easy comparison for this would be someone like Lady Gaga, who has kind of bopped back and forth between acting and pop superstardom over the last 5 to 7 years. For these very expressive and talented pop superstars, the acting transition really makes a lot of sense because there isn't a lot of gap in between the two items. At the end of the day, acting requires vulnerability. It requires full emotional range, full control of your instincts, and a lack of any self-consciousness. If there was a Venn diagram for this, these are all factors that would overlap between being a pop star and an actress. It's all about expression and being emotionally available. And oftentimes, these pop stars are very much so all of that. I would like to tell you a quick story that I really had no idea where to put in this video, but I wanted to tell it, so I'm going to tell it. When I was between the ages of 5 to 9, The Wizard of Oz was my favorite movie. It was one of those childhood movies that you watch 700 times over the span of a couple years and you just know every single beat in it. But here's the thing. My babysitter at the time, who was probably some 14 to 16-year-old high school girl, was absolutely terrified by the Wizard of Oz. The cowardly lion, the flying monkeys, the Tin Man, all of it. And honestly, looking back on it now, it kind of makes sense. These things haunted her dreams. So what did I do as a little asshole 5 to 9-year-old boy? I made sure to play The Wizard of Oz every single time she came to babysit me. Every single time she walked through that door on a given night, I made sure The Wizard of Oz was playing on the TV screen. What a little rascal I was, right? So there's my Wizard of Oz story that's Wicked adjacent, but has absolutely nothing to do with Ariana Grande. Long story short, we're all asking ourselves, so can Ariana Grande actually act? Absolutely. Unquestionably, obviously. The journey from Broadway kid to sitcom scene stealer to pop superstar to Wicked's emotional core. It's one of the craziest arcs in entertainment. But strip away the noise and you're left with someone who's always been the same thing she was at 16. A damn performer. And a really, really good one at that. Guys, I hope you enjoyed yet another Chitch Files video. We just keep chugging along, video every single Wednesday. If you could go right ahead and give a like, a comment, a subscribe, whatever it is that you do on this platform that we call YouTube. I will see you guys next week. Take care.